Bam! Cheers, everybody. What is going on, y'all? I told y'all I'd be back. I was actually like running 5 minutes late just because I had an amazing combo just now before this. So I'm actually going to send them a message, be like, yo, come hang out with me live if you want. But we're going to be getting into this is a sponsored stream. We're going to be going over the Every Bot mopping robot. We're going to be going over the 28-day book. We're going to be going over the bands, but we're also Nested Naturals is sponsoring this bad boy. So we're going to be going over their bundle pack for heart health and for men. We've got their Heart Superfood Tonic, their Cranberry Pomegranate blend. We've got this Super Cordyceps and Greens blend. And then we've also got the Lion's Mane and Greens blend. These are going to be for energy, for focus, and for heart health. So I'm going to be digging into all that fun stuff. We're going to be breaking it down. I'm super excited. And yeah, so I'm pretty pumped up, guys. I've been actually using the products. And part of why I feel like I have this good cognitive focus and ability is because I've been using these today. I did it. I took them with my morning kind of routine. I've been establishing. Hold on, let me close this out. And I can tell you right off the bat, man, it feels great. So before I do all that, I'm just going to send a message. Live stream. Bam. All right. So now let's give it a minute. Let's tell everybody we're live. I'm going to jump on Discord. Let everybody know what's up. We're going to have a good old time. And again, if you guys got questions on the products, whether you're on Amazon, your LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatevs, let me know. I'm glad to dig in, explain anything. And that's why I was really excited. And sometimes I forget the value of just having a simple conversation and sharing some simple impactful action steps. Like, for example, for you guys watching this that are health conscious or you're working and investing in your health, take pictures of your food. You don't even have to send it to anybody. Just take pictures of your food. Studies will show that you will eat 10 to 20% less just by stopping for a moment, taking pictures of your food. So let me get the kind of Nested Naturals blend up here, our bundle. I'm super hyped about. I'm even going to stack the books on top here. Look at this. Let's see if I can get my balance. Let's see if I can. Oh, look at that. Whoop, up, 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 up. Wait for it. We're going to get the right angle. Look at that. No. Thought I had the perfect angle here, y'all. We're going to get it, though. Don't you worry. Whoop. Wait for it. All right, we're just going to I'm going to wedge it back here. There it is. You guys can see it. It's all good. But I'm excited. I'm not only going to be going over some of the insights around it, but shout out to the team at Nested Naturals. They also sent me some great resources, or I should say insight, I could share with you guys to give more on the heart health component of it, the gut health component of it, and the cognitive focus component of it. And I'm no stranger to some of these ingredients. So we're going to be digging into that. But before I do, since I already have it highlighted, I'm going to go over the Every Bot remote mopping robot. I'll do a little screen share until my video pops up. I'm going to re-upload these videos until I get my video placed on this bad boy. But gotta love the ability to mop, have it automatic. You can either use the remote control. Look at that. You got those 3 pads. It's got 5 pounds of downward pressure to make sure it's really getting into the floor, getting it all cleaned up. And from a noise perspective, you can see they got the kid napping right there. It's not going to wake you up. And we run this at night when the kids are sleeping. It's awesome. Again, there's that downward pressure I was talking about. And it's got pads you can swap it out with. They have different accessories you can get. The dynamic spin aspect of it. Again, I'm not a super tech genius here, but from just watching it work, it's pretty awesome. And it's effective. Gets under furniture. Again, it's got sensors so we can see what's going on. It's also going to detect obstacles. It's also going to detect the stairs. If you don't want it just flying off your stairs, it's going to recognize that. Steps, things like that. Edge cleaning and detection. So last thing you want is your main floor to be clean, but then you got all the sides and stuff all disgusting and discolored. That's not the move, right? So even hitting around even different furniture and whatnot, pretty pretty awesome. And then to quote Josh from Pretty Damn Awesome, PDA, Pretty Damn Awesome. So if you guys aren't already, go follow him as well. He's got an amazing channel. He puts out great content. It's really inspiring, honestly. I told him this. We talk all the time. He's a cousin of mine. It's inspiring to watch the stuff that he puts out. So now let's dig into our other sponsor. And again, guys, so the goal of this stream is not only the sponsor content, but I wanted to pick products that I think would be great for this time of year, whether you're hosting. I was actually just talking to somebody. They're hosting people over for the playoffs right now. Let's go Giants. So if you're hosting people, you want to be able to have different stuff. I got a bunch of different stuff and some savings in the carousel, but let's go over the Nested Naturals blends. So I'm going to highlight right here. First, let's go over, I'll individually go over them, and then I'll go over the bundles that they have too. And then I have some other cool products we're going to touch on. So the first is the Nested Naturals Heart Tonic. This is their cranberry pomegranate flavored blend. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't typically spend as much focus or energy on the heart health side of things because I have it. While I do actually, and maybe as I get older, I should. I do have some, like, on my dad's side, some paternal, like, heart conditions where there's been, like, heart attacks. But, like, I'm also a professional athlete or retired now, and I've, like, taken care of my aerobic work capacity. Let's actually see. I think my resting heart rate's been a little elevated lately. Let's see where my resting heart rate's at. The reason I bring all this up, it's all related to our heart health. And I was excited to see, so resting heart rate 46 today, 46 beats per minute. So that's right within my, like, average. And the cool thing is when you check your resting heart rate for like a week or so and you see it elevate like 20% above your average. So if I see it at like 60 or 55, I'm like, all right, I got to back off a little bit. I've been going too hard. But this has, let's go over the ingredients. So you got your pomegranate juice and your extract. You got cranberry extract. You've also got your beta vulgaris root. You got, also the blend with the mushrooms, the oyster mushroom extract, and it's sweetened by monk fruit. So it's not going to have added sugars. It's only got 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of fiber, 5 total carbohydrates, 20 calories altogether. This is going to be great for vasodilation. Vasodilation depends on how you want to pronounce it. So I like this pre-workout. I take it in the morning, helps open up blood vessels, which is a great bonus, get more circulation to it. And I also am going to pull up one of the resources they sent me to go over some really cool features that I want to share with you guys. But I want to kind of pause for a second, see if you guys got any questions on this, because I feel like I'm kind of hype city right now and I'm touching on a lot of things. And I want to make sure I'm not losing you guys because, again, I can kind of talk fast. I get excited. And being able to be aware of that, I think, is important. So also eating beets is another great vasodilator. Again, exercise is some of the resources. Check this out. Nearly 40% of adults in the U.S. have high cholesterol. So being able to have those cholesterols in check, wanting to be able to, and again, this is not advice. This is just some resource I'm sharing with you guys. Looking at our saturated fat intake, being able to look at nutrient-dense food options like mushrooms, like the oyster mushrooms that they have in our Heart Tonic blend. Also, flavor-wise, this is good, man. Like I've had different like green stuff. Like and to be transparent, their Lion's Mane, the Focus blend, and the Super Cordyceps, the Energy blend, not like a great tasting one. It's kind of neutral. Like it doesn't taste horrible, but it's not super great tasting. This is actually good. I've thrown this in water. It tastes good. Now, the cool thing about it is being able to have that impact on our heart health with the antioxidants, with the added mushrooms, and with the pomegranate and cranberry extracts. Also, when we talk about antioxidants, dark red fruits such as cranberries and pomegranates are also going to help with the antioxidants as well as managing and impacting our inflammation levels. So I think it's important. Again, this is not medical advice. I'm just going to be very clear with this, guys. This is just me sharing information and insight that I have that I've gotten from professionals that I very much respect, and they're way more intelligent than I am. And one of the things that we know is free radicals can be a pretty significant impact on cancer and carcinogens, which are cancer-causing cells. And by having antioxidants, it helps deal with those free radicals to be able to bind to them or impact them and metabolize them and excrete them out of our body. Again, I'm kind of oversimplifying here a little bit, but I thought that would be the best way to approach it. So one of the other great things you can do, here's actionable tasks to recap it, is Be mindful of your fat intake. Doesn't mean don't eat fat either, because fat isn't an essential macronutrient that's going to impact your cholesterol levels, but also your testosterone. If you don't have enough fat in your body, you're not going to be able to manage and impact your testosterone levels. So my men out there, especially over 25, it's an important factor. Transparently, I've done my blood work. My testosterone was horribly low over a year ago, or just about a year ago. It was under 300 units, which is like in the scale, we want it to be between 300 and like 900. So it was at like 170 or 180, which is like a 70-year-old man. So I was chronically stressed, low sleep, high training, not enough mindfulness of that, and like even lower fat intake. And also had some other recreational habits that weren't serving me. So I like worked those out, and that's been massive. So now my testosterone is above 300, which is still kind of low. So we're working towards that. I have some other great supplements, even in the carousel you can talk about. And this can be a component of that, is impacting your heart health. So making sure you have, again, an awareness of your fat intake, being able to eat the rainbow. So all the colors, different fruits, different vegetables, making sure you're getting active, you're exercising, being able to also have those antioxidant rich foods, which is going to come from eating a diverse grouping of fruits and vegetables. So I say And we're back, y'all. All right. Got it all loaded up. We out here. We out here, guys. All right. So let me just set everything back up, get it nice and smooth. Let's see, you guys can see and hear me. There we go. We're back. All right. Gizmo, thanks for the heads up, letting me know that you couldn't hear and see me, but we're here. So I was talking about, I'm kind of just finishing up with Nesta Naturals with one of their products, which was the Heart Tonic blend. Now we're going to dig into the Lion's Mane. Now you're going to notice there's just a difference in the packaging that I've got that they have listed, but it's the same exact product. It's just they got some awesome packaging here that I have highlighted. And they also have a really nice bundle that they put together that I'm going to get into next. But I wanted to talk about the Lion's Mane mushroom and greens blend. And then we'll talk about the super cordyceps blend as well. Okay, let me just pull this up. And again, before I go any further, I just want to pause to see if you guys have any questions on this. Talk to me about questiones, y'all. Questions are always my favorite thing. And we're back. All right. Okay. All right. And then I just want to make sure I've got, let's go to their blend. We're going to look at the also. So one thing now that it's kind of loaded. So for Lion's Mane, these are all different types of mushrooms. And when I talk about like just your regular fungi mushrooms, and the cool thing about how you leverage them becomes really impactful on what they can do. So the bundle I have highlighted right now is the Nesta Natural Healthy Aging Bundle for men specifically. So the way they combine it, design it's for men, especially over the age of 25, really like 25 to 40 and above is a primo kind of age group that you're going to want to lock in on this and be able to take action with, because after 25, our hormone profile changes. A lot of things get impacted because of that. So I talked about the Nesta Naturals. Now let's talk about the Lion's Mane. So this one is the actual Lion's Mane and the greens blend. Now the cool part about this is not only because it has the Lion's Mane in it, but also with the greens, it's going to have an impact with energy. It's going to have an impact with brain function. It's also going to have an impact when you do the entire bundle with the Heart Tonic as well, with the cardiovascular support with it. So one thing I wanted to do is let me go back, and I'm actually going to tweak a couple things so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Boom. And then again, I'm going to also check, see if we have any questions coming in. Again, if you guys do have questions, feel free to let me know, because I love not only like speaking into the ether, as it were, but also to help add value for you guys. And the best thing I find when it comes to adding value is being able to address questions that you might have, or be like, hey, how does this apply to this? How does this work with this? That's what it's all about, in my humble opinion. All right. Doom, 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 doom. Boom. Boom. And boom. Okay, awesome. So yeah, just wanted to make sure I had the new packaging set up for you guys, and questions that were coming in, I wasn't missing them, but it looks like I didn't miss any questions. So we're good to go. Now, let's also shift. And one of the things I wanted to talk about and highlight was what are some things that we can actually like mix or blend this up with, and some options that I like. So one of the things I will kind of highlight here is an option to mix what I do in the morning. And this is where the different blends come into play. I'll do all of these all at the same time. Okay. So the cool thing also with their super cordyceps package and blend is this is a stimulant free option. So it's something you could technically take at night if you need your brain operating at a pretty high efficient level, but it's not going to keep you awake because it doesn't have any stimulants in it. So if you have any issues or sensitivities to that, like caffeine, for example, because I have other supplements in the carousel that I've talked about that will have caffeine, and I wanted to compare and look at the difference, because there is an aspect and an impact to it. So like if you take that caffeine after like 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, it's gonna be a lot harder to fall asleep if you're gonna be able to fall asleep at all. Now, when we talk about for the cordyceps and our, as I hit the mic, being able to have a gram of the super cordyceps and the nootropics that go with it. That's a fancy way of saying of a nutrient source, I think is the best way I'd like to describe it. I was trying to think of like, how do I want to describe this for you guys where it's not too crazy? A nutrient source that's going to impact brain function. That's like a fancy way of when we look at nootropics, it's thinking about how it's impacting our brain and our function. So being able to take this, not only being able to have energy and feel like you're energized, but also having your brain be more efficient with the way it operates. That's why like things like On It and other brands that go around nootropics use that and focus on that because there's a benefit to it. And being able to combine this and stack this, not only the cordyceps, but also, and the other thing I'll highlight here is the other ingredients. So we got a fiber blend, we've got our antioxidant and immune system blend, the probiotic component that I don't want to understate. So when we look at this, 333 milligrams or 1.6 billion units of probiotics in the blend. So when we talk about probiotics, if you guys are like, what are we talking about? It's going to impact your gut health. So it's going to help kind of set up the environment in your gut that you're going to want to support your digestion, one, but two, also, depending on what bacteria is flourishing in your gut, can impact your food cravings, even impact your mood. That's a cool thing. 95% of serotonin is produced in the gut. So if your gut's out of whack, your neurotransmitters, some of the feel-good cues and signalers in your body are going to get thrown off. Again, I'm starting to like, maybe I'm getting a little too complicated. This is where like Gina becomes helpful because she's like, Mike, reel it in, bro. You're losing me. So I want to make sure I'm not kind of losing you guys on that. And then when we shift over to our lion's mane, which is a part of the bundle, but I'll highlight the individual package as well. Then we start to look at being able to have more of even that brain benefit of, again, not only the nootropics, but the impact, and that's where the blend of it is increasing, again, memory, mood regulation, because again, that's serotonin production, and being able to have it be like, there's a fancy word sometimes it gets around, bioavailable. So it's a fancy way of saying like, listen, what that in my opinion will mean is if things are extracted from food, plants, growing in nature, our body's going to be more predisposed to absorbing it, digesting it at an optimal level. If something's synthetically created in a lab, that's not always the case. This isn't 100% true. This is just like a lot of times what happens with processed foods it's new to our body. Now, the cool thing is with synthetically created things, sometimes they can hack our body, which gets scary with sugar and things like that. But that goes back to the bacteria in the gut can overtake it, and that's not going to be the best for us. But when things are made from plants, naturally occurring food items, it's going to be more absorbable. Everything's different, but especially when it comes to mushrooms, that's the real big benefit, in my opinion, plus the cognitive benefit to it. So that's like a really important aspect for this blend. So I want to highlight that. I've been ranting about this for quite a bit, so I'm going to put this off to the side. One of the things I also wanted to talk about with our blend here, you're going to see like the lean body protein shake I have, some options on how you can mix this together. And then I even have some other greens in the carousel. We even have a lightning deal on one of them. You guys can check that out. They're not sponsors of mine, but I just wanted to share it to give you guys cross comparisons, but really looking at the Nested Naturals. I was excited to do this, and I've been using them for about 2 weeks now since I've gotten them. And I wanted to take a good 2 weeks to really see how it impacts not only like a one-off use, but the compounding effect of it. So like, for example, I'll lay out what my day was like today. So I woke up, actually slept kind of nice, slept till 7, woke up, had my superfood tonic. I had the lion's mane, had the cordyceps. I mixed it in with, and I'll highlight the clear protein from Premier Protein. I mixed that all together in a nice little cup. Now, to be honest with you guys, this is where having like a blender can be nice, or a shaker, like a premix shaker. And that's actually, let me add that. Hold on. One of the things I wanted to highlight was by Pop Babies. They're not sponsoring the stream, but they're someone I've worked with and I like their products. The Pop Babies blender and the shaker especially. I actually brought the shaker. I threw it all in the shaker. Let me highlight it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And the shaker or the blender, we'll go to the shaker because I keep mentioning it, and it's a more versatile, honestly, tool because it can also, you could throw in actual fruit, bananas, spinach, your yogurt, whatever, and it'll like actually blend it up versus a shaker is just going to take the powders. But the shaker or the blenders, both are great options. I used the Premier Protein Clear Protein. So it's 90 calories. It's got 20 grams of protein. So you're getting protein. Now you're adding in the Heart Superfood Tonic. You're adding in the Lion's Mane, the cordyceps. So you get focus, you get energy, and you get heart and cardiovascular health. So it's vasodilating my blood vessels. Then I trained a client. And then actually before I trained a client, I went in the sauna while I'm drinking my drink. So I got my sauna. I got my meditation routine in the morning. I got like map out what I want to create for the day so I can make sure I'm crushing it, showing up, and getting the things done, because sometimes the days can get away from me. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. So then I threw it in the Pot Babies blender, got it all blended up, tasting delicious. Plus the tropical punch flavor I like with the Premier Protein was awesome sauce. So that was a really nice kind of mixture. Jumped in the sauna. I got the Serene Life sauna here. They're, again, not a sponsor of mine. It's just a product I personally like, came out of pocket for. If you do end up buying it, guys, I will make a commission, just a heads up. I like to be transparent with you guys on that so you know. And if you guys can't tell, I'm talking kind of fast because I've taken this blend, and what I've noticed is not only like an immediate jolt of energy, but the sustained energy and function of my brain throughout the day. So I trained a client. Then I went to the gym, did jujitsu. Then I did sparring after that. Then I had a group Zoom call with some of my other clients. Then I had a sales call. And then I had another sales call with a new potential client, or a new client. I'm going to say new client now because it sounds like even both of them are on board. And then in between that, I was streaming, another client call, then boom, now I'm streaming with you guys. So I've been going since 7 in the morning. And I found, from my experience, the cognitive impact on it has been really impactful and consistent. It's not like I did it once and I felt it and then I used it again, I didn't feel it, or I'm creating a tolerance to it. From my experience, it's just prolonged and sustained. So with that being said, I'm going to shift gears here a little bit. I wanted to talk about the book as well. So this is my personal book. In case you guys haven't seen it already, the 28-Day Nutrition Reset. So we talk about like supplements in here. We talk about habits. We talk about intermittent fasting, where and when it can be a good fit. Also where it may not be a good fit. We talk about food portions, how you know how much to eat, what to eat. We go over our guidelines on like, hey, do this, don't do that. Everyone's going to be slightly different, but giving you a very clear what to do in the week one. And I was talking about this prior on a call. I'm a big fan of delivering results, tangible results right away. So especially with this book in week one, you're going to see if you stick to the plan, week one, you'll see at least 5 pounds off, probably closer to 10. Now, to be transparent with you, that's not going to be all pure fat. Some of it's going to be water, some of it's going to be glycogen, but you're going to feel good about it. And the point of that is to make you feel good. Plus, it's also getting some stuff out of your digestive system. All these ripple effects, a little bit's going to be water binding to the glycogen that you're storing. But the point is you build some momentum, and then you move on to weeks 2, 3, and 4, where we learn sustainable habits. Oh, what's going on, Dorothy? Look at my homie over here. What's up, girl? Hey. Joining at a great time. Got the book ready to go. Dorothy, I don't know if you've seen this, but we also got my own resistance bands, which I'll actually highlight next, which is a nice segue. Let me highlight this for you guys. We've got the LOF resistance bands. I'm so proud of these. It's taken a long time to research, bring this to market, and do it the way I wanted to do it. So check this out. You can order. We got a 5-pack of bands, the long bands. We got the short bands. Oh, what's up, Iggy? Hey! Our short bands, and then we've got options where you can order individual ones. I'm going to be updating this listing, guys, so it's going to be even clearer, more details, how it can help you with your workouts. We're also doing a photo shoot next week where we're going to give you guys more insight. But look, you can kind of see all the different bands. I did a bunch of videos on this so you guys can kind of see it. Let's see which one this one is. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's break down. All right, I'm going to stop that. The screen sharing is going to slow the computer down a little bit too much. But if you guys want to see more on those videos, Mike, I haven't received my book yet. I'm excited. ETA. Ooh, let's check, Vicky. Yeah, it's a good question. Boop, boop, boop. It should have came in by now. Let me see. Unless maybe I just didn't order it. Let's check right now, Vicky. Vinny, Vicky, or Vici. Ouch, that eye. Oh, nah. This is from like a actually, I don't know if this is like a mat burn from jiu-jitsu or if it's from sparring and Muay Thai. Could be a little bit of both. Nope, that's not the right account. Whoops. I got it. Let's check to see if I ordered it. Maybe I just didn't order yours yet. I thought I did, Vicky. But some people I know they're taking like a couple weeks, so they might be a little behind. Let me check what my code is here. Nope, not that one yet. Oh, what's up, Alan? Speaking of which, Alan, I know you got those bands in. I got your emails. Thanks for giving me some feedback. It was really helpful to know. And to your point, dude, it was helpful to hear, like, I think you were expecting the long band set. And correct me if I'm wrong. So from my understanding, I think you were expecting the long bands, but you ordered the short band set. And I think that's really good feedback for me to say, hey, maybe it was confusing the way we have it set up on how you can order them. All right, let me see. For the orders. And I'm also, guys, I'm excited. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek behind the scenes. We got a new book we're about to drop. We got a 25 recipe slow cooker book, the 25 healthy recipe options for your slow cooker. Super excited about that. Let me see. Let's see, order author copies. I'm trying to see if it'll show me the ones I already ordered. Maybe it won't. Let's go to Amazon and see. Noise, that looks awesome. Thank you. Let me see what's going on here. If I can go to my orders and see if it'll show me where your stuff is. There we go. Okay. Let's see who got what. Got that. Got honey. Okay. So winning guys are doesn't. Oh, that's what it is. It looks like I didn't order yours here, Vicky. That's on me. We're going to have to change that right now. Did you send me your ad? Let me double check to see if I have your address. Vicky, can you just email me one more time? I'll type the email in. Yeah, perfect. Please resend it. Yeah, I'm glad you asked too. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys in case like you won something, whatever it is, I'll check. I can go through the emails too, but just let me know because sometimes I thought I had everyone sent out and caught up, but it looks like I was just expecting the different band resistances to have the same color scheme as the long bands. Gotcha. That totally makes sense. So unfortunately, I don't think there's much I can do about that, but I think that's really good feedback too. So for in the future, when we print them, maybe we can explore trying to mix and match. It's just hard because they're different style bands, but I think that, I just appreciate that feedback is my point, Alan. I appreciate any insight you have, any feedback you have. Like, I don't take a personal sense of like, oh, well, like I want to know because the better I can make the experience for you guys, the more value I can deliver and the clearer I can make it, the better. Because I know like right now I actually changed the handling time. So you guys will get it in 3 to 5 days instead of like 6 to 7 days or like a month out. And now we're going to have Amazon do the fulfilling in another month or two. When everyone gets back from holiday, we put our next one and just emailed you again. Awesome. Let me put my Gmail. Boom. Let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now I got the address. Gotcha. Beautiful. All right. So also, guys, we're going to tag back in. I got the bands. I'm going to highlight the book while I'm sending it out to you, Vicky, because I'm going to place that order right now. I actually have an entire stack over here. It'd probably be cheaper for me to just send it from here, but I want to do this right now, so I want to get it sent out to you. You know what I mean? So let's go into Amazon publisher account and get you an author's copy. And then they are more flexible and longer than I was expecting. Short bands can definitely give you a workout, dude, right? And I don't know if you saw, I sent you the resistance band workout in the link. That one, most of them are going to be with the long bands and the short bands. But when we also have the video series up, I'll have that and we'll have an entire just short band series to go with it. But even the little pamphlet it comes with can be extremely beneficial, but you're going to get a whole series that goes with it as well. All right. So let me make sure I'm in the right account. Here we are. Here we go. While I'm doing this, guys, again, I have the book highlighted. So if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. Now let me go back to, again, Nested Naturals. They're a sponsor for the stream. I have their amazing bundle right here behind me. We have the Heart Tonic Blend. We have the Super Greens and lion's mane blend, and then we also have the cordyceps and super cordyceps and greens blend as well. So the cool thing is this bundle you get together. Now, the way they've bundled is specifically designed for men. Doesn't mean and no one else can take it, but it's kind of catered to some of the variables and aspects that change and happen as men age. You can mix and match and get the individuals, like just just their greens or just their lion's mane or just the cordyceps with the greens blend. And they're great for, again, energy, cognitive function. The cool thing is all of these are stimulant free as well. So I've been using them for the last like 2 weeks. I don't know if you guys can tell. I took them earlier today. I've been going since 7 in the morning, and dude, I'm still like firing on all cylinders. I'm ready to rock. I don't know if you guys can tell that. Maybe it's obvious. I'm curious. What do you guys think? What's your experience with me right now? I feel like I'm always energized, but maybe I'm even like more energized than normal. What do you guys think? You tell me. Whoa, hold on. What is going on over here? Dude, I didn't even realize I have a gift card savings. Oh, wait, no, they're saying get one. Right, okay. I was like, what is happening right now, Amazon? What are you talking about? Boom. So we got that. So it looks like usually it's going to ship within 10 days because it's an author copy versus like a one-off. Let me highlight it. We're going to add in. Boom. Hold on. Let me. Got you. Type in our address over here. Boom. Boom. We're getting you rocking. Also, guys, let me know any questions you have on the heart foods or the heart tonic superfood. So it's pomegranate, cranberry. They picked those. It's not an accident they picked that, by the way. They picked that for a reason. Boom. Okay. So, Vicky, I'm getting it set up. Save gift options. Continue. Boom. Loading, loading, loading. Well, I can hear my kid. I don't know if you can hear my kids. Lena's yelling, red light, red light. We're playing red light, green light. And clearly she's using the red light. Okay. Boom. We're good. And wait for it. Building the suspense. Order placed. Shabam. All right. So you're all set, Vicky. Now we've got it. Should arrive in 2 weeks. So it should be about, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. It looks like maybe, hopefully sooner. But I think it's smart on Amazon's part saying, hey, it'll take this much time. And if it gets there faster, you're going to be way happier than if you were expecting it to come back like sooner. And you're like, oh, geez. Gotcha. Also, Alan, I just saw you had to request access for it. So let me grant that. So you'll be good to go. Oh, I think Justin has to grant the access. Let me see. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I'll let Justin know to grant you access, by the way, Alan. Let me just. I'll let Coach Justin know to grant access. So let's go back to the bundle. I'm curious if you guys have any specific questions you want me to touch on, because I talked through all of them, but again, because they're a sponsor, I want to continuously touch on them and share it with you guys. We also have the Every Bot mopping robot, which is clutch. And I just sent you an email, Alan. It gave me access. All right. So Justin was already on it. Good job, Justin. Anyways, I just connected to him in case you needed to talk to him, but I'm glad you're enjoying them. So now let's highlight. So I have this bundle right here behind me. The only difference is the packaging. They updated their packaging, which I think looks very nice. And again, the blend is cool. Part about this is when you get the entire bundle, it has the heart component of it with the pomegranate, the cranberry, as well as some of the other extracts that are in there. So that's going to be good for your heart circulation, vasodilation. So prior to a workout, that can be very helpful. Let me just make sure. I believe it has the beet extract in here. Yeah, exactly. It's got the fermented beet. So again, when you have beet, this is what's cool about beets and beet juice or any kind of like beets are a natural vasodilator. It's a fancy saying it takes your blood vessels from like this size and like really opens them up, which helps increase circulation. But if also you're not like used to it, it can like fatigue you even faster depending on how hard you're exercising. So that's something I will tell you guys. If you use this, you can do it as a pre-workout, stimulant free. It's a great bundle for that, for the physical side, especially aerobic training, but also for the cognitive and energy side as well. Since it's stimulant free, you also won't get the same kind of crash. And just helping with mood regulation, even too. 95% of serotonin production is in your gut. So if your gut's right, you have the good probiotics that are also in the blend, you're going to see a benefit from that. But again, this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Talk to your doctor. I don't know your exact situation, but hopefully this is helpful. And let me pull up. I wanted to share some of the other resources with you guys as well, and even give you guys some actionable tasks. So one of the Nested Natural sent me a great kind of checklist on some valuable actionable steps that I thought I agree with. So number one, it's like the beets of it are going to help. So have beets in your diet is kind of like a good component, but it's going to be a natural vasodilator from that. And your body naturally has nitric oxide. And as we age, our production of it starts to decline. So we can get it more from food, get it more from our supplements. It'll increase circulation function. Number two, so make sure that you're taking in beets and food sources that are vasodilators. Such as beets. Number two, exercise. Get moving. Whether it's you like to dance, you like to weight train, you like to run, bike, swim, play with your kids, jump rope, do martial arts, play sports, whatever it is, get active. If you can do 150 minutes of activity a week, that's a good place to start. And if you're not there yet, start with what's doable and then build yourself up over time. Number three, this is a good fact or a fun fact that I think is very important. Nearly 40% of adults in the US have high cholesterol. So be mindful of your saturated fat, your overall fat intake. Doesn't mean saturated fats are bad. I want to be very clear with that. I'm not saying saturated fats are bad, but if you already have issues with your heart health, you want to be mindful of not only, and this is an important one, not only your saturated fats, but sugar intake as well. That can help cause inflammation, hardening of the arteries, all these other aspects that can be really, really damaging and impactful. And also increase your mushroom intake. So take lion's mane, cordyceps mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, regular portobello mushrooms, all the different types of mushrooms you could take in that are in season near you. They're extremely beneficial. And number four, have antioxidant rich foods such as cranberries, pomegranates. That's also in our heart blend here, but you can actually eat the foods themselves, throw them in your salad, throw them in different desserts. Ashley has a really cool like holiday dessert she'll do. She'll do like a Greek yogurt and pomegranate and cranberry kind of like dessert mix. And it's really good. And if you have a bit of a sweet tooth, because it has protein, it's not going to spike your blood sugar as much. And because it's got the good fiber from cranberries and pomegranates, it can be satisfying, but not spike it. Number five, eat a diverse group of colors of fruits, vegetables, and different fruits. So eat the rainbow. Try and eat as much different colors as you can. The different colors are going to help typically increase your vitamins and minerals and also get a variety of things that you may be naturally missing. So I wanted to just kind of highlight and cover that. Woo! Man, feeling good, y'all. And again, this is actually me finishing off the last little bit. I've got the protein in here. I've got my blend in there. I had a little bit of extra I threw into my water bottle that I've been just kind of like hydrating with and getting down. So what other kind of questions you guys have? I'm curious to hear. So I also wanted to highlight for both, not only I talked about like men, but now even for women too, there also can be an impact on, again, depending on what your age range is, on menopause symptoms, on then also supporting your heart health, on supporting your gut health, on a variety of aspects there, and being able to complement mood and brain signals for serotonin, dopamine, things like that. Super cool stuff is kind of my point, y'all. So now let's go back to our other sponsor for the stream, which is going to be our EveryBot mopping robot. Again, I played a video on it. I just wanted to highlight the cool thing about it is not only has it 3 pads, but you have different types of options that you can pick between or get as accessories and swap them out for different functions. Really cool. It's got 5 pounds of downward pressure force to really make sure it's getting those floors clean. And I wanted to make sure I just touch on that. So I also wanted to highlight for hosting. Oh, what's up, Luda? How you doing? Oh, Jesus. What did I just do? Oh, my goodness. for hosting if you're having like a Super Bowl party or things like that. This charging device is clutch because you plug it in once and it's got 6 different USBs you can plug in. So from tablets to phones, whether it's iPhone, Android, Samsung, whatever kind of phone or device you got, it can help charge it, your earbuds, whatever. Super, super clutch, and I definitely recommend it. And it's got a nice little promo code. Also, my kids are actually playing with this right now. The playset, I wanted to highlight this. Again, the whole point of this stream, guys, I'm going to do it every week. This one's just sponsored by a couple of different brands, so I'm kind of highlight them more. But the point of this, I'm going to do it every week. If you're liking it, I think I'm going to have it on Fridays, though, typically. I'm not 100% sure. I might keep it on Saturdays. We'll see. But being able to go over not only on Tuesdays, I'm going to start the week with my weekly picks, but then at the end of the week, probably on Saturdays, I wanted to go over my top picks, recapping anything I might have missed, new deals, and just give you guys some more insight that were like really popular. Mike, did you get my message that I received my book? Thank you so much. I did, and yeah, Luda. I'm so glad you got it. I'm curious, and this is something, if you guys have any insights, any feedback, anything, let me know. If you want any support and coaching, let me know as well. Let me highlight the book as I rant about it. Also, let's see with Justin. I remember Christmas Day. I'm going to let you know. Boom, sweet. About the calorie intakes. Awesome. Boom. Boom. And so I lost the train of thought. One of my coaches just texted me. It was kind of an important, when it comes to like clients, guys, like and things related to clients and supporting them, I'm like really big on like, hey, I'll drop everything and like kind of get into it. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure that I support one of my clients that my coach was kind of talking about. Bam. This is actually a good question I'm going to share with you guys. I think is relevant. So they were asking, the client that came out, and this is relevant to even in the book, is if I'm adding cardio into my day, how many calories should I be adding? Meaning if let's say they burn 500 calories from cardio, I'm making up a number here. How many calories should they add back into their nutrition plan if they want to continue to lose body fat and also preserve their lean muscle? One of the strategies I see to be very beneficial is take half the calories you burn from cardio, add that back in. So if you burn 100 calories, add 50 calories in. If you burn 200 calories, add 100 calories in. So you're still going to be in a deficit from the cardio, but you're not going to be in 100% deficit, so you can replenish a little bit. And it can typically help support your metabolism. But don't just have like pure carbs. Have like half those calories from your workout and have 40% be from protein is what I personally like. Everyone's going to be different here, so that's not advice for you guys, but I think it can be a helpful piece. So that's something I find to be extremely beneficial. And again, we cover all of this stuff in our nutrition book. So that's something I get to support my clients with. And Luda, I'm curious if you're experiencing so far. Let me ask you this, Luda. What do you think of the book so far? How much of it have you gotten into? What have you done? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'll be really bummed out. But listen, it'll be good to be feedback for me. If I send you guys this stuff and you don't read it, you don't do anything with it. It'll make me really, really not even mad or angry. It'll make me disappointed. And I know that's such a cliche thing, but it'll also be good feedback. I'm curious, what have you guys taken from it? So Luda, you got yours. Vicky, when you get yours, let me know so I can hold you accountable with that. And then Alan, I'd love to hear, even with the bands. And then Gizmo, when you got the book and the bands, let me know. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts and insight, because taking that, even if it's like something you think is going to hurt my feelings, I'd rather you share with me and hurt my feelings and know than me not do anything about it. So again, I'm going to lastly highlight, let's see, was there any other brands? Again, I got a bunch of great stuff in here, guys, that I haven't talked too much about. I've been focusing mostly on like our main sponsors, but there's so many great products in here that I wanted to share with you guys that are just great picks of the week and some deals that you get really good discounts on. And that I get actually reports back from our sponsors and stuff like, hey, this is some of the stuff that sold the most throughout the week. So I wanted to share that with you. And that's why I thought it could be fun on Saturdays to share some of the most popular stuff that's been selling. And then have some great promo codes and deals. You can get like 10 to 15% off. Plus you got in-link coupons and all the great stuff to go along with it. But yeah, yo, that's really it. I'm gonna kind of circle back, go back to the Nested Natural products that I have right over here. Again, we got the Heart Tonic, or the Superfood Tonic. That's going to be great for heart health, cardiovascular support, vasodilation, and being able to support the function there. Plus, we have our lion's mane as well as the cordyceps mushrooms blends. Those are going to be great for, again, adding with your gut health, your brain function, your energy. I had them at 7 in the morning and I'm still like rocking and ready to go. But this could also just be how I am as a person, maybe a little bit. So I want to pause there and I want to see what questions you guys got. Also, Luda, did you bail on me already, bro? You already gone? You just jump in, say hey, and you don't even tell me what's up with that book. I'm going to hold you accountable, bro. Don't think you can weasel out on me. Don't you think I'm going to let you slide on that question? And again, hopefully that doesn't come across right. What I mean by that is as a coach, it's my nature to be a coach. So, all right, so you're here, right? So I want to know, how have you liked the book so far? How have you been able to implement it? If not, what's holding you back? Sorry, my food order came. Boom. Ooh, what'd you get? Talk to me about what'd you order. Now we get to really see what's up. I'm putting you on the spot here a little bit, Luda. But again, this comes with when you win stuff. Like, to me, it's not, if it's a gift card, like, cool. I want to know how it benefited you. But the book, I know the value in this book. I created it. I've had over 1,000 clients use just the book. I've had over 10,000 clients just use this course. I know it works. I can guarantee, there's no guarantees but I know if you do everything that's in this book, I can guarantee you results. And I do that with my 12-week coaching program. I guarantee people results if I know they're implementing the strategies. They show up on the calls. They do the meal plans. I can see if they're doing the modules. If they're implementing everything, they're taking pictures of their food. They're sending it to me. I can guarantee results. And if I don't, I continue to work with them until they hit those results because maybe something came up. Maybe I missed something. So I say this to say, your food order came. You're here. Here's my 2 questions. How's the book? Oh, yeah, I like how the meal plan gives a breakdown on what to eat, how much, etc. Awesome. Now, my follow-up question is, what did you order? What you ordered food, right? Your food order came. So did you go food shopping or did you order food for dinner? What did you get? Now I'm going to put, because bro, the reality is you got my book. That means you're a client of mine now. I'm your coach. That's when you guys order this book or you win it or anything, I put coaching hat on, I get into coaching mode. I'm here to show up and support you. And if it's too much, you let me know and I'll back off a little bit because I can get a little hype city. Also, credit to Nested Naturals for their focus and energy blend that dude, I feel supercharged. I got to say, also I hit jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai today and I just had a relatively good night's sleep. So I'm rocking on all cylinders. Chipotle's salad. Ooh, so break down the ingredients for me. What's in there? What'd you get? I want specificity. That's one thing you'll notice too is you could say, oh, I got a burger. All right, what'd you get? Give me, that's not enough. So you got Chipotle salad. What's in it? You got chicken. Did you get beans? Did you get rice? Did you get lettuce, peppers, onions? Did you get sauce? Did you go queso? Did you go guac? What'd you get? I'm putting you on the spot here, dude, so I hope you don't mind. And I appreciate you answering my questions and even being game with being put on the spot. So going back to, again, the Nested Naturals, as to support this. And this is to me where this kind of option where supplements come in, it's the last 10 to 20%. No matter what the supplement is, no matter what. I even have DHEA in the carousel because this is the DHEA I personally use. It was recommended to me from a doctor. Even that is just a supplement to help support my hormone production and balance, but I still have to make sure I'm managing my stress, getting good night's sleep, putting enough food in my body, making sure I'm exercising, all that good stuff. If I'm not doing those things, the supplement's only going to do so much. So here we go. Steak, lettuce, beans, corn, tomatoes, sour cream, and cheese. Bam. So this is where I get to offer you. Can I offer you some coaching? Can I give you some feedback? And rice. Yummy. Now let's get even more specific. What kind of rice? Boom. Can I offer you? And this is what I've learned to do too as a coach. Can I offer you some feedback? Because sometimes people don't want feedback. Maybe you don't want to know. Then my other question is, where are you at in the book? Are you on week 1? Are you on week 2? Are you on week 3, week 4? Where are you at with all of this? Yeah, go ahead. I appreciate that. Before I give you that feedback though, I'm going to ask, what week are you in? Because then depending on what week, white rice, boom, got it. Thank you. Now, depending on what week you're in, I'm going to give you some feedback based on that. So week 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's see where we're at. Pausing. Pause for suspense. But going back to even the Nested Naturals, they are a great supplement option. Though. I will say this, guys, from my experience, I've been using them for the last 2 weeks. Transparently, they are sponsoring this. So like I'm biased. I'm probably always going to be biased to a certain degree for things I like and I have an experience with. So yeah, that's just the other piece. But let's pause so they add some value here. And shout out to Nested Naturals and the Everybot Robot for sponsoring this. Also, shout out to the Lifestyle of Fitness book, which I'm talking with Luda right now. We have it right here behind me. Also for the resistance bands as well. You guys can get that. We're going to be scheduling a photo shoot next week, so you can see some new pictures. You're going to see some new videos. You see a bunch of awesome stuff. All right, let's see. So Luda, you still here with me? I'm asking you, putting you on the spot here, bro. And I feel like you might maybe you're trying to distribute out the food to your family. So maybe I'm like, I'm going to be patient, but I'm curious, what week are you in the book? Or maybe you're like, you haven't fully read the book and you're just like literally scrolling through like, oh wait, which week am I? Haven't started it. I'm wanting to include meals with my daughter and making meals. That's easy for her and I. All right. So this is great feedback. All right. So now I got a bunch of questions. So saying I'm wanting to include meals with my daughter and making meals that's easy for her. So give me some more detail on that. What is stopping you from doing this with your daughter? How old's your daughter? Again, you don't have to answer anything you don't want to. But I'll go back to giving you feedback based on the food choices that you make. Overall, that's pretty good. The two things I would say if I can offer you a swap, I would take out the sour cream and then I would do brown rice. 12. I got to be honest with you. I would not have your daughter do week 1 with the fasting protocols. She's too young for that, in my humble opinion. I'm not telling you guys how to live your life, but that would be my 2 cents. And you could play with the fasting protocols. So then my question is, you said you haven't started yet. You want to include your daughter. So what is stopping you from starting? And maybe you're answering it. I'm just kind of missing it, but it sounds like you want to include your daughter. So like, why not include her except for the fasting part? Like what's stopping you from doing it? And this is where I offer you support. This is where I offer you coaching. I kind of hold you to it. You know what I mean? And if it's too much, you let me know and I'll back off. And this is not, again, to make you feel wrong. I'm just super proud of you that you even went through it. But I want to make sure you're taking action on it. Because, dude, if you take action on this, A, I know you'll see results. B, it'll also impact your family's life and your daughter. But C, I wonder, it gives me feedback to say, hey, what's working, what's not, what was confusing, what's not. And like, otherwise, why get the book? Like, you know what I mean? Like how many books, how many programs, how many diets can we get out there that we don't take action on? The most important part is you can have the perfect plan, but if you don't take action, it's going to all be for nothing. So anyways, that's my little rant. Ranting it out here, guys. So yeah, Luda, give me a little more insight into like what's stopping you from doing this with your daughter. Is it you just need to go food shopping? Is it maybe like you're saying you need easier meals? Is it the meals aren't easy? Like what do you think is the issue or the challenge? Again, guys, I'm going to maybe go over a little bit here. I'm just planning on doing an hour, but I want to make sure I offer up some value. Again, we got our Nested Naturals. Shout out to them for sponsoring this. Shout out to the Everybot Robot for sponsoring it, and LOF, Lifestyle of Fitness, the book that I launched, as well as the resistance bands, which I've highlighted right now in the carousel. All the amazing sponsors. And we got a bunch of great other products. These are just like my weekly picks as well. And then I have a picnic bag that I have over here. That's a sponsor of ours too, that they didn't sponsor this stream, but that's also a great pick as well. That if you guys want for a great date night for Valentine's Day, that could be a really cool idea. Probably could do something like that with my wife. So Luda, I'm putting you on the spot, homie. I think I might have lost you. It's all good though. It's all good. So yeah, guys, that I think is pretty much going to do it then. If I lost Luda, because I was excited to I can offer up some coaching, but maybe I was a little too rough. Maybe I went in a little too hard. Maybe I got a little too excited. I can do that from time to time. My wife, Gina, tells me I can go on these rants. My wife says sometimes I can get a little too intense. So I'm curious. It'll be good feedback to see, and I'll highlight the book here just a little bit more, and then I think I'm going to bounce. I'll give it one more minute to see if Luda's still here or just kind of bounced on us. And that's okay. I get it. And then Gizmo, I'm curious, when you go through the book, I'm going to hold you accountable too, dude. Vicky, when you get the book, I'm going to hold you accountable too. When you guys get this book, man, you can have the best. It's literally you can have a playbook on how to make $1 million, for example. Literally every step of the way. All you got to do is do what it says to do. But if you don't actually do it, you're not going to have the money. Oh, what's up, Donald? Because what I say, because she's an earshot away. So What's going on, Donald? How you doing, by the way? Thanks for jumping back in, homie. So, Luda, so, okay. So you don't want her to read your messages is what I'm guessing. So here's what I'll also offer you up some feedback since you said it's okay that I can give you some. It seems like, personally, not much. I got you, dude. What's going on there? Seems like you might be using this as kind of like a scapegoat. It's more for her. Ooh, gotcha. Okay. So you wanted her to do that. So this is tricky, bro, especially when you have a 12-year-old. If it's not their idea, you're going to have a really hard time getting them to do it, truthfully. Like, if she's ready, she'll do it. That's what I've learned. And listen, I'm not, obviously, you're her mom. You have the best experience here, the best insight. But if they're not on board, man, like, it's going to be tough. Like, tough. No, she's aware of it. Okay. So she's aware. Does she want to do it? Maybe is a better question. Does she want to make a transformation in her life? So it sounds like so you don't plan on doing it, if I'm hearing you correctly. Or maybe you're only going to do it if your daughter does it. Is that fair to say? Because my feedback would be you do it. You do it, and she'll see what you're doing and the results you create in her life, and that's going to inspire her. And that will not guarantee, but I'm more than willing to bet just by you doing it and implementing it and showing her what's possible, that will probably inspire her as well. Now I have to do it exactly. That's exactly it. So then that goes back to my question. What's going to stop you from starting it right now? If your daughter's not going to be on board, what's stopping you from doing it right now? What can we do to set you up for success? Whether it's go food shopping, read the book still, make sure you're clear on it, whatever that looks like. I'm curious to offer up some support on this. Man, I really appreciate you engaging with me and like offering up this insight. This is like I love this, man. Like even if I was never going to be paid to be a coach, I would love just having these conversations. This is like truly a passion of mine. And I love doing it like live streaming because in real time we get this feedback and then other people are going to hear and see this and it's going to add value for them, in my opinion. Even if just one other person sees it, like I can relate to that. I get it. I think that's really important. But it doesn't just matter what I think. You know what I mean? Let's highlight the every bot robot one more time, and then I think we're going to bounce out of here. So, yeah, talk to me. Donald, any questions? Luda, any questions? What do you guys think? What do you got? I'm happy to dig into any of this fun stuff with questiones. And then, sorry, I'm not explaining myself properly because there's more to it. I can email you and tell you, yeah. I can email you and tell you more in detail without putting, 100%. Like, don't feel you need to put your business out there. Shoot me an email. I'm glad to support you. Gizmo, I got you. I usually eat breakfast and dinner and skip lunch. Okay. So are you asking for thoughts on that or feedback, or are you just like fun share? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to like tell you, hey, what my thoughts are on that if you're not asking. That's what I've learned to ask is like, sometimes people just want to share and they're not looking for any feedback or any problem solving. I think the way I grew up, I always tried to problem solve because it gave me a sense of control of sometimes traumatic environments that I had no control over or things I had no control over. So that can be something. I have to take medication twice a day with food. Ooh, okay. So it sounds like if you're not taking your medication, maybe you're not eating, kind of a deal. Interesting. I appreciate that insight. But yeah, let me know if you guys got any questions, because if not, I think I'm going to bring the stream home, y'all. I wanted to bounce in for an hour. If you guys enjoy this, I'll probably start doing this weekly on Saturdays again. Usually I've just been streaming Tuesday to Friday, but I kind of like doing the Saturday. I'm reading the book first. Gotcha. Awesome. And if you have questions, let me know. So this is something I think we can continue to do if you guys like it. If not, that's all right. I'll drop it. But it's been fun, guys. So that's really all I got. I'm going to finally go hang out with my family. Got some downtime. Ashley's back from doing yoga. The kids are here. We got family over. So that's going to do it, y'all. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back on Tuesday and have some more awesome stuff. Shout out again to Nested Naturals. Thank you so much for the sponsorship for this stream. Every Bot Mopping Vacuum for the sponsorship and for the Lifestyle of Fitness book and our bands. We're going to be constantly leveling them up. So I appreciate you guys for the support. If you guys haven't ordered the book or the bands and you want to support, please do so. Like Alan, I appreciate you being the first person to order it. You're going to go down in history in my heart for that. And then have a great evening, everybody. Cheers, y'all.